So Khabib Nurmagomedov has gotten himself into some troubled waters when it comes to his Frontier Airlines flight this past couple of days. Khabib Nurmagomedov, removed from Frontier Airlines flight last night, responds to the incident. Let's take a look and a listen to what went down on the airplane.
It's not about the language. I know how to help you, and now you guys, because this woman don't understand.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're either gonna have you switch your seat because my flight attendants are not allowing you to sit in the exit row, or you're gonna have to get off this plane and then we'll have to because they're not comfortable with sitting in the emergency exit row. My flight attendants. And unfortunately, it is fair. Yes, it is.
You guys, when I was checking, they asked me, do I know English? Yes, I said.
And they said yes. I understand that, but it's also off of their judgment. I'm not going to do this back and forth. I will call a supervisor. You can either take a different seat, or we can go ahead and escort you off the plane. Which one are we doing? Okay, I'll call a supervisor, and then we're going to have to rebook you for a different flight. Josh, do you copy?
Wow. Okay. So this is interesting. Khabib is removed from his flight. He gets up respectfully, doesn't get too angry, doesn't flip out. We've seen a lot of videos. If you're on social media, you see videos every other week about guys and gals flipping out on the airlines, getting removed from their flights, and flight attendants flipping out and being weird. This was very odd, and the flight attendant here was acting very odd around Khabib and his... I couldn't quite tell who the other guy with him was, to be quite honest. I couldn't quite tell with the side of his face. Khabib, I could kind of tell, was poking out of his jacket. You know that's Khabib, okay? Khabib responds and says this. First of all, I need to clarify that it was Fly Frontier, not Alaska Air. The lady who comes to me with questions was very rude from the very beginning. Even though I speak very decent English and can understand everything and agreed to assist, she still insists on removing me from my seat. What was the base for that? Racial, national, or other one? I'm not so sure. But after 2 minutes of conversation, she called security and I was deplaned from this aircraft. After 1.5 hours, I boarded another airline, and left to my destination. I did my best to stay calm and respectful, as you can see on the video, but those crew members could do better next time and just be nice with clients. So Khabib, very respectful here, very honest here, very, very good take from him. He doesn't know what the reason was. Was it because he was Russian? Was it some other reason? Because I didn't quite understand the language barrier? Because Khabib, he speaks great English, but it's not perfect, and we didn't see the entirety of the interaction. We didn't see the first, 30 seconds to a minute of the interaction. Only a few seconds into it did somebody start actually recording. We didn't quite see the end of it. We didn't see the interaction with the supervisor. We saw the guy come in with the orange vest, likely the supervisor. Didn't see the full interaction there, so we don't know exactly what happened. Many people are saying that this is racial, which it could be. National, it could be that maybe they know he's Russian, but many people are saying this is Islamophobic. It's against Muslim people. Listen, I'm not so sure if I want to take it that far, but that doesn't mean that they are dangerous necessarily. Maybe you have stereotypes about them, but you don't quite understand exactly what he's doing. He's being respectful to you. He seemed to be respectful there. Maybe he was yelling before. What do we really know? We don't know, but Khabib is a good moral character, okay? This guy has been a great guy. His involvement with the UFC, we've known this guy to be a respectful, mostly good character in acting in good faith. Frontier released a statement, though, on January 11, 2025, as Flight 4401 from Las Vegas to San Francisco was preparing for departure. A flight attendant initiated the customary briefing for exit row passengers. Customer Khabib Nurmagomedov, who was seated in an exit row, was asked multiple times if he was willing and able to assist in the event of an emergency. According to the flight attendant, Mr. Nurmagomedov did not respond despite repeated attempts, which placed him in non-compliance with the FAA requirements. He seemed to state in that video that he was completely open and completely aware of what was going on. He's obviously flown on many flights between the Americas and Russia and all over the Middle East and all over Europe. This guy's likely sat in an emergency exit slot. Maybe they did not understand his clear yes when he said, yeah, brother, or something like that along those lines. Maybe that's what they don't understand. It's very, very weird. And maybe I believe it was just an uncomfortability. Maybe they just weren't familiar with a guy. He's more quiet, didn't quite speak very good English. Maybe it was a new flight attendant. It could have just simply been an uncomfortability, and Khabib obviously doesn't speak perfect English, so maybe there was something lost in translation. Let's continue. As a result, he was asked to move to a different upgraded seat, which he refused to do. Therefore, in accordance with the airline and FAA policy, he was asked to deplane. The decision to deplane the customer was in no way related to his ethnicity, and we have refunded him and his traveling companions from their flights. Now, I know I've seen MMA Joeys out there campaigning and saying that it's likely to do with his ethnicity or his Muslim faith, whatever it was. I don't exactly remember. I didn't watch his video, to be fair, but he's pressing into that. And maybe he's doing more research into this than I am, but I'm not reading too much into this. Khabib left respectfully. The flight attendants were not freaking out. It's just kind of a minor squabble and a little bit of a weird, awkward interaction. And Frontier Airlines, of course, posts this the next day, and we're all memeing on them and clowning them. Serving smiles at 35,000 feet and making every mile unforgettable. From takeoff to landing, our crew is here to ensure your journey is filled with care, comfort, and a little extra joy along the way. Everybody in the comments, though, I know a few who might disagree. Khabib, this is #1 bullshit, brother. This is funny. Ben Davis, why did you kick Khabib out? Gokhan, making fun of it. Full violence. You know something? You guys suck. Frontier Airlines is a cheaper airline here in America. A little bit odd that Khabib's flying with them, but again, he's not from America. He doesn't really know. He's probably flown with Frontier many times because before he got really, really popular in the UFC, he probably wasn't making a ton of money, and this is kind of the flights that he had to take. So he's probably just been with them for a long time, and he's taken a lot of flights with them. It's just hilarious and an awkward interaction, and really, truly nothing more than that, other than if you want to read into it, maybe it has something to do with race, religion. I don't know. But what do you guys think about this? In the comments down below. Why do you think this happened? How do you think this happened? Do you know anything about this? Have you been in these situations like this before? Anybody out there? I'd like to know in the comments down below. Curious to hear what your opinions are. So I'll see you next time.